Hey everyone, and welcome to the Infinite Respawn podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
Griff.
I'm Bucket.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Oh, man. Now you made me want biscuits, though. I kind of hate you for it.
Oh,
Thanks.
you got to risk it for the biscuit.
I had biscuits earlier with bacon.
I wanted to make biscuits and gravy this weekend, but it didn't happen, so... This is now a food podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
Welcome to the food podcast.
Bucket of infinite food spawn. Food spawn.
Oh,
Food
threaten me
spawn.
with a good time. Oh, so... There's some gaming news, I guess, if you don't want to talk about food for the rest of the podcast episode. We could talk
I mean,
about
both are a
gaming.
good time, in my opinion.
I know, right? Lots of
We are making
news
tacos
this week.
later. I'm pretty excited about it.
All right, people, back on topic.
We were. We just said it was
But what
infinite
if we
food spawn. What part of that didn't you
food
hear?
and the games, though.
Yeah, but you
That's
don't
like
like
the
playing
best.
Fast Food Simulator or
No.
Played Up, and those are our two food games.
Yeah, but you could also talk about things that we eat while we're playing video games, and that would qualify.
Yeah, but
sir.
you can
I
talk
don't
about
actually.
'cause they make cookbooks that are video game related.
I have
mean,
a
that is
couple,
true.
actually.
That is true. Griff has a couple.
There you go.
I don't have one of the one actually.
I
I've got like 2 Star Wars, a Bob's Burger, a Ninja Turtle pizza one, because fucking of course, and the D&D cookbook.
I've got Foxy got me the Fallout cookbook that I
Don't you have the Skyrim one too?
no, but I have a couple of Skyrim recipes that I've made,
Okay, yeah.
including the sweet roll things.
Mm-hmm.
They came out pretty fucking good.
They did. They didn't give me quite the health boost I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's too much sugar in it to really give you a good health boost, per se.
It gives me a stamina
give-
boost, but not much
It
of a
give
health
you,
boost.
it give. Well, I don't know if it give you a stamina boost. It give you an
Little
energy
extra- yeah,
boost,
a little extra
and then it
energy.
give you a hell of a fucking crash at the end of the day. If there's
Yeah.
sugar in it.
It's one of those
That's
where you
pretty
get plus 20 stamina plus 20 energy minus 50 stamina.
Oh, you're drinking tea today instead of coffee?
Me? Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's Earl Grey tea. It's good.
Oh.
Whatever, don't judge me.
I'm not
Anyway.
judging. I'm just saying.
Anyway, I guess we'll just jump into the Xbox stuff since that was one of the things that we left off on last week to see
Oh, we
how
did
this was
talk
going to
about
play
that,
out.
didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We were expecting it. That it was coming out. My first thing is I am angry. The little shits canceled a bunch of games. I figured it was going to be a lot of layoffs and whatnot, but they canceled a ton of games. Perfect Dark Zero gone. Ow. Why? Why would you build up the hype for a classic cult hit like that and then just yank the rug out from under us?
I'm very mad about that one.
Why? Why you do that? You little shits.
And the crazy part about that one is they made a its own studio.
Yeah.
Their own studio specifically for that.
Oh, computer's struggling a little today, everybody, so
It
don't
is.
worry. He's still here.
don't worry.
I promise.
He's
Yeah, I'm still here.
No, yeah, they
he
did
can't
make
handle
their
the
own
intensity.
studio, but I don't know. It feels like Microsoft is like, okay, Xbox, we've let you spend some money, but we need to use that money for something else now. So, fuck you guys. Start laying people off so that we can use that money elsewhere at Microsoft. Like, okay. I guess.
Another thing they also canceled, which I'm very sad that it's never going to see the light of day, is ZeniMax was working on a new MMO called what was it called? Blackbird, codenamed Blackbird. And from the rumors that were swirling around it that came out afterwards, it was a cyberpunk dystopian style MMO with verticality to it. So up and down buildings and kind of aerial and horizontal style play to it. That right there automatically has me intrigued because we don't have a lot of vertical MMOs that do it right. I mean, you got flying and WoW and things like that, but having vertical movement in a cyberpunk style city seems like you could be something different.
Well,
The
and
City of
ZeniMax
Heroes
doesn't
and
have any
Villains, I
new
think?
IPs.
Yeah, there was one like that one. Yeah, and that game was pretty fun too. I played a little bit of it, but that one won't see the light of day.
Yeah, One of the Forza studios also got shut down too. It was the Forza Motorsports one, not the Horizon one.
Yeah, they're leaving the Forza Horizon one open.
Yeah.
Rare's fantasy game Everwild is canceled too, which is a little sad
knew
because
that
I think
one would
Rare
be.
has been hitting bangers. Like
That game's been worked on for 10 years. I knew that one was going to get canceled, and I was very sad about it.
and Greg Mails, who I think that's how you pronounce his name, has been had left. His departure from the company. He's been there for 35 years. He's been one of the main guys that have been there since the beginning. And he's gone too. So I don't know if that is completely on him that he wanted to leave. I mean, after 35 years, you're either calling it quits or you're committed to the end. I mean, I don't know if that would necessarily be his choice, but I guess that's how it is. Because right now, Rare is just sitting on life support now. They're doing the what's that new game? The small game. What's it called? Come on, help me out here. The backyard
I don't know
game where
any
you
of the
shrunk, Honey, I Shrunk the
Grounded.
Kids. Grounded.
Grounded.
Thank you.
Grounded too.
But that's
yeah,
not
they're working
Rare.
on Grounded too. Oh, is it not?
No, that's Obsidian.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's. Yeah, I think he's right. I think that's.
Rare
Obsidian. I'm
only
pretty sure
has
that
Sea of
is.
Thieves right now.
Oh wow, so they're even more on life. Yeah, you're right. They're even more on life support than I thought. They're only doing Sea of Thieves maintenance now.
Well, they do, like, yes, but they've got a really good game when it comes to, which this is hard to say, but when you have the game, like the style game that they have, that game with service type style where it's continuing to build. The problem is they're getting close to needing a second version of that game. So they're about to need to Sea of Thieves 2 and start from scratch. So they could be working on that in the background. We don't know.
Possible.
I think they need a solo game that is pirate oriented and just throw them into the pirate realm.
Like, just
I mean, you
that's
could
it.
do that
That's
with
their
Sea of-
thing.
Yeah, like for now. I mean, Rare traditionally made really, really good games.
Yeah, they've just
like,
done great games.
Yeah,
throughout the
I
years.
mean, yeah, Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2, that's Rare. Like the original Perfect Dark was Rare as well too, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
007, the GoldenEye 007 was Rare, so they can do first person really, really well. But I think they need to, in this particular case, I think they need to stick with the whole pirate thing, and because I think that's where Microsoft sees them being. See what I did there? So, but we'll see. I don't. They're making good money off of Sea of Thieves, so
I don't know.
we're just
They
gonna have to
need
see.
to
But
figure out a
it is
way.
going to.
They need to figure out a way to, like, I don't want to say transform, but kind of evolve Sea of Thieves. If they want to do a Sea of Thieves 2, they need to make it so that it's where I think they're right on the cusp of being a well-balanced game for Sea of Thieves, where it almost feels like a solo adventure style, but not an MMO. I just think they need a bigger map and they need more opt-in style of PvP, which they have now, but you're limited in progression style. So it's one of those hard to balance style things, which if you want to do an MMO, you can easily do PvE servers and PvP servers and let them progress the same way, but you're giving people a choice on how they want to do.
You know what's crazy to me, because that's been suggested in the past with Sea of Thieves, and all the PvP people said if they separate us from the PvE people, we're going to quit the game. And the reason why is because they don't want people to fight back.
They
Yeah.
don't.
Mhm.
But if you transform it into like an MMO, you can add like gear to it. Like your treasures can be used to kind of upgrade your pirate, have bigger challenges and things like this. Like you change the style of progression in the game where you could keep it so that you've got the companies, but also your character progression, which I like the way that it is now. It's all cosmetic, which is super cool. Keep that side. But if you want to like scale up the game into a different level, having character progression style might help evolve that. But it's got to be done very carefully, as to not like overload the game one way or the other. So,
Right.
But there is a big future for Sea of Thieves because the gameplay is just
Top tier.
one of those things that is great. I love it. It feels so good to be on the seas, and when you're fighting other people, it feels pretty good too. But apparently, I've read a lot of people on the PC version of Sea of Thieves get swarmed by hackers so consistently, it's unfun. Xbox has no problem. Like their ecosystem is pretty safe. They do have to deal with hackers every once in a while, but it's not nearly as bad on Xbox as it is on PC.
Well, you can also limit yourself. Like the PC people were mad when they allowed it where Xbox players had a choice whether they want to play against people with mouse and keyboard. So
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they were all pissed off about it. No, don't know, because they don't want people that can fight back, guys.
They sure don't.
True.
Sure don't.
They don't want it. But I think they would also benefit from having more of the tall tales that they put in. Those adventures were fantastic. The puzzles were great. They told a good story. I really liked the Pirate's Life stuff as
Oh, I think
so you can still play them.
For a second, you froze. You froze saying Pirate Life stuff.
Yeah.
So you're good.
But yeah, the Pirate Life stuff was good. You know, and so and I think they need more of that. But again, I think that's why you do even not necessarily a solo game, but maybe a cooperative pirate game, so you can play with your friends and you can do, you know, the 2, 3, or 4, like they have the ships currently set up, and you go and you do your adventures and make it, you know, a 6 to 10 hours of gameplay, but you know that you're going to be adding more to that. That's your first adventure, and then we're going to add more to that type thing.
And I like that, and I think the one good thing about that is like you get to play it out, but it also feels like there's almost no replayability in the stories or the tall tales or things like that. Like the replayability is in the main world, and it's nice to have these little side stories. Coming from an MMO player, it almost feels like these are like dungeons light. Like it's a one-time dungeon. It's like a dungeon-only story-based, which are fun to do, but then once you do it and you experience it, you're like, I don't need to ever do that again. There's no reward for it. I get the achievements, done, and then it's just old content sitting there not being used anymore, except for maybe the occasional newer player that comes in to play it. So it's one of those things. It's like, how do you get that to be used more? How can you evolve that instead of it just kind of being a one-time do and done kind of thing? So, which I mean, I have no problem with it. Like I said, it's fun. The stories are great, but I mean, it doesn't cost you anything, which is good for us, but for them, it's just costing them money to make, and then hopefully bringing in people to play it once.
Well,
so I don't know, interesting. I liked at the beginning when it was doing the whole Megalodon event and things like that. It was super interesting because the whole world felt alive, and it felt like a lot of things were going on. Everybody was going around to the different islands trying to find Merrick or getting hunted by Megalodons or things like that. Like I remember we grouped up with 2 other ships during that time. Got attacked by a Megalodon. It was a sloop. They got eaten. Rip, guys. Oh,
well, I mean, and you could base, like you turn around and you go, okay, we're going to put these in instances and still create the world that we're going to do.
Yeah.
But they've changed the game so much. Like I logged into it recently, but I didn't really play much on it because I love the fishing in the game anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know you're going to get wrecked if you haven't played in a hot minute, and like you said, with hackers and everything else, they've got to figure out how they're going to change the game. But I think you created an entire world. Like the book is really good. The book that they created is fantastic, and it's like, why not just create a game based on the book? That's the history and why Sea of Thieves exists, and you know, like have a prequel that's set up and then sets.
Like a solo
I think you could do that.
Solo player sequel kind of thing, or well, maybe like co-op sequel, or you can play it with your friends, but it's not open world necessarily.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you. Same page.
Unfortunately, when it comes to a lot of the PC versions of games, hackers fucking run a lot of it.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped playing Red Dead.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's That's
Like,
You and a
about
lot of
log
other
in, go
people.
do my stuff, and it's like, yeah, I'm just constantly getting blown up by an invisible person, throwing dynamite or using arrow dynamite things, and just being exploded every time I take a step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or for a
terribly
while,
unfun.
hackers were spawning themselves as some of the wild animals, so they would just run in and like destroy you as a wildcat, and you couldn't really do anything about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
A
people
lot of people
like to make games unfun for everybody else just so they can have 5 minutes of being like, isn't this hilarious?
It's because their lives are so pitiful, and the only kind of enjoyment that they can find is
That's sad.
tormenting other people.
That's just sad.
It is. It is sad that people are like that, but there's not much we can do. Also, okay, there it goes. I was like, I think Oak is frozen, but he's back.
He moved again.
Yeah, he moved. He moves
Oh,
once
yeah,
every.
you freeze on my side too. Everything goes quiet. Everything. So I have no idea what was discussed for that 10 seconds.
We were
or
just
whatever.
talking about Red Dead.
Yeah.
But to
Anyway.
get back on topic for the
Massive
layoffs,
layoffs.
there's a lot of them. They canceled
like
a ton of games.
9,000 people, I think.
I don't
Microsoft
think it was
layoffs
9.
totaled in excess of 9,000.
That's across all of them,
Well, yes.
like all of their layoffs. So they've laid off over 9,000 people. It's over 9,000 so far. Sad to see that. Sad to see a lot of games canceled too. Some we didn't even know about. Some that we've been looking forward to.
Yeah. I mean, it makes me wonder, like, at what point do they make that decision? Because, we've only sort of seen a little bit of Fable. So at what point do you start worrying that that's on the chopping block? Like, how long is the development cycle before they're like, this is it, we're done?
I'll be honest. If they cancel Fable, it will be a deep cut for Microsoft. They will be in trouble if they have to cancel Fable, and everybody will see it too.
I mean, looking at some of the stuff that's happening right now, it already feels like they're in deep trouble.
Yeah, but Fable is one of those icons of the original Xbox. You get rid of that one after everybody has been clamoring for it, and you finally start showing us, and it's been in development for a while, and they might not be able to make the good and bad system work very well, or the game's not coming out as like what they want. If you cancel that one, then faith in Microsoft will go whoop. It's like, oh yeah, they canceled Faith. They can't even do their classic game right. Like, you don't even have to remake it entirely. You could just remaster that thing, like build it from the ground up, just like it was back in the day. We're not asking for like absolute groundbreaking stuff here. If you give us the game from way back when with better controls and a completely updated graphics, we'll all be sold.
Yeah.
Because that game was absolutely fun. I think Fable 2 was far superior. Far superior. Fable 2 is great.
And then 3 is where they lost people, right?
Ugh.
Yes.
Yes.
Three is the one where it's like I had to force myself to finish it because it was like halfway through the game. It's like, yeah, you don't really do much other than listen to people bitch and make a decision.
Yeah, it's like Dragon Age Inquisition, except you spend most of it on the throne answering yes or no.
Oh, so it's
do
just
you want to
the
go this
judgment
route
system
or that route? Do you want to be a dick and the orphans starve, or do you want to feed the orphans? And all that determines how hard the last boss battle is going to be. Because if you're a dick, then you get to have all this money and resources in order to stop help stop the last boss or battle or whatever. But if you were nice to all your people,
then you suffer
and gave them everything. Yeah, then it's like, oh well, now I've made things harder for myself.
Yeah, and I will say, making money in that game became stupidly easy. You buy one building, you start making money off of it. You buy the second building, and by like the fourth building, you're making so much money, you just buy everything else in the town. Like, you literally just own the town.
Two was every time you logged in, it would pop up money.
Yes, the giant money thing at the top. Yes.
Here's what happened while you were
But it
gone.
felt a whole lot easier in the third one than it did the second one. I was spending money like crazy, and they had professions and things like that. You can get your skill up, make more money. It was 2. It just to me felt like the superior game. They fully evolved. I agree with the second one.
2 is definitely the superior of the games.
I don't know what they were thinking for the third game. Seriously, guys. All right. But yes, if they cancel Fable, count that as like almost the death blow for Microsoft games, like Microsoft handmade games, because that is one of the staples of Xbox, man.
Well, okay. To be fair on that,
too much money buying.
When
other
was the
fucking
last time a
companies.
Fable game came out?
2009, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so we're nearly 20 years since the last Fable game came out. It was already, it is basically already dead as is. So it's a way to bring back. I don't like if they're like we're never making another Halo game again. That is a death blow because
to be fair, they haven't made a Halo game in years at this point. Halo 4 was like okay. Halo 5 was like, what the fuck are you guys smoking? Halo Infinite was like
they still sold a lot. They still have a lot of multiplayer going on there. Same thing with Infinite.
They do,
but it's like where we haven't seen a Fable game since 2009 at all.
Yeah, I think it was 2009. It might have been later than that. I don't remember now. Fable 3 came out.
That sounds about right though. But it's
2010. 2010. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So 2010 for Fable 3, and it was a bad game. It was not well done.
No.
So I mean, it's kind of one of those things. I can if they cut that one loose, it's one of those where it's like the best thing they could do is do a remastered version of Fable 2 and push it out to the masses and have a nice day.
Yeah, that's fine. That works for me.
Which I wish they would do anyway, just because of the fact you want some hype for the Fable you're trying to do. I'm gonna keep going back to Halo for some reason. I don't know why. Even though I'm trying to say Fable.
Halo in the brain. All right, to swap. Well, I guess not entirely swap topics, but another company having some, I guess, layoffs is Crafton. I think it was last week, or just before last week. Swapped out the leads of Subnautica 2. They replaced 3 key members of the leadership team. So the CEO, the CEO was kicked out, was changed, and 2 of the co-founders.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like it. Okay, there's a lot around this story too, because first of all, it was supposed to be planned for a release in 2025. Okay,
yeah,
cool. It's early access. Get it, people? Early access, which means it's not a full game. And if they would hit their revenue targets, they would have unlocked a $250 million bonus for the development team. They have pushed it back to 2026, so there is no bonus now. Like you can't get a bonus if you don't sell the game in 2025. So that was what came out, and I can't say that necessarily is it, because they've also released the memo that the document of reviewing Subnautica 2 of why they pushed it back. And let's see. While the game includes a variety of content, it currently lacks the freshness and volume expected of a sequel and falls short of meeting the high expectations of the OWSC and the Asian market. It also clearly states it expects content volume increase of over 30% compared to version 1.0. First of all, it's an early access game. It does not have to. And I read the Reddit on this debate, which is very interesting because it feels like a good weighted debate on both sides, is the expectations between Subnautica 1, which was none, and the game came out pretty hollow. But people were fine with that. They loved it. It was great gameplay. Now expectations in Subnautica 2 are higher. And from what
part of
we're
that
seeing,
is because they've got purchased between the two as well. So now they have...
Now they've got higher expectations.
Because Unknown Worlds is the name of the actual developer, right? Isn't that right?
Yes, Unknown Worlds. And Crafton's the owner of Unknown Worlds. And the way it was looking was that Subnautica 2 would just be almost the same style of release as the first game in early access, and this one would just be about the same release in Subnautica 2. A lot of people are like, that's fine. It's an early access game. And other people are like, that's not fine. We expect more for a sequel. And it's who's right, who's wrong? How do you debate this kind of factor within the community of Subnautica players? So that's why Crafton came out and was like, we ain't going to risk it at all. So are they doing it? Or did they release this memo covertly to try to help boost their side of the argument to make them not look as bad for
I wouldn't be
ousting the
surprised.
thing, or were they just trying to err on the side of caution for the consumers? So it's one of those things where it's like, who did it right and who did it wrong? And I can see arguments on both sides of this one. The only thing that leans me one way or the other is I don't trust corporations or big companies. They're always there to make money, and giving out a $250 million bonus would be a lot. And a lot of companies don't necessarily err on the side of the consumer. They usually like to kind of push things out and deal with it as try to make money, which we've seen a lot over the years.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure. I slightly lean towards Unknown Studio. Like they're kind of getting played here a little bit, but this is kind of what happens when you get bought. Your decisions are no longer just your own.
Yeah.
Well, yes, to a degree, depending on how they set it up. And the other thing about it is too, supposedly, one of the rumors going around is some of the money's already been handed out, and that came from Krafton's side, saying they've already given some of the money out. And the two people that were let go that were founders are filing a lawsuit because of the way it was handled. And from their side of it, they said we always share revenue with our employees. So they do a revenue share no matter what. So if it was released, they still would have made that money one way or another. But I guess Krafton was originally the 250 million, I guess, was supposed to be a bonus of some sort that was there, but they would have gotten the revenue either way. So it's going to be interesting how this one ends up playing out.
Yeah.
And also when this game eventually comes out. But
It's gonna be under scrutiny. That's
I have an issue because I love the first Subnautica. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful game, and if you like survival games, it's awesome.
If you don't like water, do not play it because it gets deep in there and it gets you
there's
this
a lot of water in this game.
Ugh.
But I will say with this, when you play the original game and you're doing anything early access, we all know if you're doing early access, it's bare bones to start with because you were bug fixing their game for them. And they have a very good reporting system. It allows you to be able to set that up in the first one when it was being made. And then they get to the 1.0, that game is going to look different than what they originally started with. So eventually it could have hit this 30% mark that they're talking about above 1.0.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But it's like I feel like, and I don't know what else Krafton has done, but obviously they've done something if they have money. But I feel like their expectations are a little high, and I think that's part of the problem with the industry in the first place, which we talked about last time.
Okay, they're the ones who make PUBG.
Yes. They're the
and
publishers.
Inzoi.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a Korean company.
Yes.
Okay. But
Are they?
interesting. I just it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out at the end of the day.
They are super young too. 2018, yeah. And yes, they are a South Korean video game publisher.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I don't remember.
Inzoi I knew was South Korean.
Okay. They were created to serve as the parent company for Bluehole. Okay. Which I think is the company that made PUBG. Yes. So PUBG basically split themselves upwards and made their parent company so that they have Bluehole under them, and then bought Unknown Studios.
Okay, so they have
Unknown Worlds.
They're basing their knowledge of the 30% based on their knowledge of PUBG, which to me is still not a completed game after all these years, but whatever. They're still using assets that are built into the Unreal Engine, but okay.
Yeah,
that's weird.
So, that makes me lean a little bit harder towards the Unknown Worlds side of things, because I just don't care for Bluehole and PUBG. That whole entire side of things, just I don't believe they're capable of making proper decisions when it comes to.
Well, I mean,
they make a lot of money. They make a ton of money.
Unknown's no longer part of the company, as far as I understand. Like he himself is no longer part of the company.
He left a while
and
back
sold that part of it to him. So it's like he's created his own. He's got a very strange, interesting survival game that's coming out. But
really,
yeah, the It's. I think I've got a key for it. I'll send it to you. But yeah, it's interesting to me to see where this goes, because they're advertising that it was going to set out this year. Like, at what point? I feel like if you're the publisher, before any trailer is set and a date is set, you go see what the game looks like to see if you want to release it.
This seems to be a common reoccurrence, though, where we get more and more of like, yeah, go ahead, put out the trailer, put out the... What are you guys actually doing over there? Oh, we don't like that. Like, but it's too late now. You've already shown everything off. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? That's like kneecapping yourself. You're the bicycle meme where you put your own little stick in the spokes. Stop that.
Yeah.
You're
so,
right.
I mean,
figure out what the product is before you be like, yeah, go ahead, greenlight it. Show some shit off. We don't care.
I think that's the truth. Ugh.
Again, though, like, how much does it change things to deal with the fallout of being like, yeah, we'll just cancel it. Now we'll just PR it, whatever. You know, sorry everybody, we had to do it kind of thing. Or is it, I don't know. It just seems weird. It seems like that's such a backwards way to do things, because in the long run it hurts your reputation, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or maybe reputation doesn't matter anymore.
Even if Crafton's in the right, they look bad.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But if they were in the
optics are not good for them.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's like you turn around and go, okay, guys, yes, we originally decided 2025, but we'll show a trailer and just, we're going to say coming soon. You know what I mean? Or something. Don't put a date on it.
But that's the thing, is people get mad when you go coming soon, and it's not soon. Soon is not 6 years from now when you see the next trailer.
Then don't show it till it's ready.
That's what I've been saying for years now. Stop showing stuff off.
It's what Capcom does. It's what Nintendo does.
Everybody does it. It's awful.
Everybody does it. Steve Jobs had it right.
skilled.
I'm telling you now, Steve Jobs had it right. Steve Jobs would go, and it's being released today.
Yes. If you show me something, give me a goddamn release date with it, and then boom, your hype fucking scales up to like.
Bethesda used to do that. Bethesda used to do that. They did that with Fallout Shelter. Fallout Shelter was released the day that it was talked about.
Man, that was great.
And then Fallout 4 came out like 2 months after it was announced. Like.
Yeah, like be more sure of your release dates before you start that hype train up, okay? The hype train cannot run forever.
No.
And most gamers do not have, like, Chicken and I were talking about how, I can't remember what game we were talking about, but like there's something where it's like, Chicken's like, yeah, what it is when I see it, I get hyped about it, and then I can put that hype, like, I pause it in time and put it on a shelf, and then when it's closer to time for that thing, I can pull it back out and still be just as hyped. That's not normal gamer mentality. Chicken is a rare person to be able to do that, and I'm not. Right. Like, the hype wears off for me after a certain point, and I think it is more, I'm in the minority in that way of dealing with it and looking at it. So stop.
What, wearing off the hype? No,
yeah, like, stop announcing things and being like, hey, here's a teaser trailer. We'll show you something else in 10 years, and then we'll cancel it by year 12. Ha ha ha. Stop it. It's garbage. That's garbage.
I live in the moment, so when they show off Fable, I'm like, hell yeah, excited. And then when it's done, it's like, okay, put that excitement over here. We'll worry about that later when they show me something else. And then if it gets canceled, I take that box and I throw it in the trash, and it's like, oh well.
Yeah, most people are not like that. You are minority.
Yeah, I tend to take things one thing at a time and try to keep everything contained in my view, because life is full of disappointments, and if you don't manage yourself, you're gonna set yourself up for disappointment. So I don't know if that's a healthy way to view things, but I do. But I have to be convinced it's real.
Oh.
And I don't care. Showing me a teaser, yeah, that's cool. That teaser's real, but that doesn't mean there's anything more than just a teaser.
I did not.
That's my view.
I did not get truly hyped for Silent Hill 2 until it was like literally right around the corner. I was like, it's not really until I'm playing it.
Every 2 weeks, there was a new rumor for the last 10 years that Silent Hill 2 was going to be a thing.
I know, right? Talking about Blue Ball.
At some point, that hype's got to die.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Exactly. It wears off. I wish that companies understood that. You're not doing yourself any favors by announcing your game like 6 years before it's ready.
That's why I believe Capcom did it brilliantly at with their announcement of Resident Evil 9. They built up, they teased hard. They built it up. Oh no, it was just okay. Oh no, it's just okay. No. God damn it, whatever. Oh, there it is. Holy shit! I had to pull that box out so many times. It was like just keep adding things into it. It's like, do I need to throw this away? Is this real? Okay, cool. Let's play it.
Oh man. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we're also at a point too where everybody keeps like clings on to stuff too and is like, "Oh, you showed in the trailer that you first announced this with 6 years ago. This one thing that was in the background didn't end up in the main game. Why not? Where'd it go? What happened?" Stop doing that too. Stop just no. Like I know in one of the fandoms that I'm a part of, Cyberpunk, people are still upset and cannot stop talking about the fact that there is not a scene in which Keanu Reeves is standing over your character saying, "Wake the fuck up, samurai," because it was in a trailer one time. Let it go, guys. Let it go.
Never.
People hold on to the weirdest shit.
I got him. Just go to YouTube and watch the trailer again, and you'll see it happen.
But it's not
Put it
in the
on repeat
game
again.
is the problem. It was nowhere in the actual game.
Who cares?
That's what I said. But apparently, minority. So, if you wait until closer to time, you can put stuff in your trailer that's actually in your game so that people don't have to freak out about it for the next, like, what are we, 5 years down the road from Cyberpunk? What? Yeah. Like, let it go. Let it go. Okay. Carry on. What else are we talking about?
Oh, that's fine. We can jump on to the next one. Like I said, this show is gonna have a lot. Like these articles were pretty big. These last couple of weeks were.
I have one
lot.
more question thing that relates to specifically the Subnautica thing. The one of their complaints was that it lacked freshness, and I'm kind of wondering because it's a sequel. Okay, so you're not reinventing the wheel, but like, I kind of wonder how big the scope of that has to be. How much new content is enough new that it still feels like the sequel, or still feels like the first one, but is new enough for the people making it to be like, this is fine.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how you change, like
I was literally
create a
about to
sequel to
say that.
Subnautica and make it really fresh.
Yeah,
Other
there's a lot of
than
games-
what you're building, because it's literally you crash landing on a planet that's full of water and you have to live there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't reinvent the wheel with that. So at what point is it enough new that still, I mean, fits what the previous
New
game
creatures.
was?
That's the only thing I could say. Like, do different
New creatures
fish.
and new vehicles
And I
is
feel
like
like
the
it's-
only
Yeah.
thing that I think
It's hardest to do that for a thing like Subnautica, which is a survival game. A survival game is one of the hardest ones that you can be like, we need a lot of new features. Well, you already had like the base survival stuff. So what other new features do you think that you need to add in that setting that doesn't feel like bloat?
Can I state again that the people that are in charge of this are in charge of PUBG, which is probably the least fresh game.
and the stalest
But
thing.
they've never made a
in the
sequel to
gaming.
it. So if they were like, we're making PUBG 2, it doesn't
You
have enough
can't.
freshness.
The
Like,
only thing you could do in PUBG 2 is update the engine, and that's about it. It's going to play exactly the same.
I don't know. That
That's
one's
it.
one that I always wonder when they're making sequels to games in general. Like, at what point do you go, okay, this is enough new stuff beyond, what we've already done, or this is too much new stuff? Like, I just always wonder where people fall on that and whether or not there's a lot of
I feel like a game when you have a sequel, I feel like a game has to feel similar to the old one, but build upon what you already have.
Yes.
And I feel like I've stated this before. I think Griff's heard me say this a million times, but Doom and Doom Eternal from 2016's Doom and Doom Eternal does a great job of that, because you've already established who the Doom Slayer is, and then you build upon what you already know from the previous game, and he becomes stronger. But so do the enemies. They become stronger. So if you're doing something like Subnautica or some type of survival game, you need to have those base elements there, plus a little more. So some of the things you might have ended with before, because you've got to keep in mind, if somebody's playing a sequel, they're normally going to have knowledge. Theoretically, going to have knowledge of the first game, right?
Yes.
Just like the character should. So therefore, you should build upon that and create new elements for it. And I think it's what drove me crazy with Assassin's Creed, just because everybody was an idiot as soon as the game starts. It's like, and
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
it. I'm dealing with a new person, but as a gamer, I already have knowledge of the abilities of this.
Yeah. Having the
You know.
super hand-holdy tutorial every time in a sequel
Mm-hmm.
is a little much for longtime fans. Like, I get why they do it, because you never know who's jumping into the series and when, but truncated versions of those could happen later on. I don't disagree with that at all. Like, we're this far into gaming. I don't need every first-person shooter to give me a tutorial on how to pick up a gun,
Yeah, no shit.
you know?
Give me a tutorial for your mechanics. Show me show me the things that I need to know. Movement, I don't need to know how to move. Usually it's the joystick or WASD keys. And if it's different than that, you can give me a tutorial. But most
If
of
it's
the time,
different
that's
than that,
usually
what are you
movement.
doing and why? It better be integral to how I play the game that you've changed what the movement buttons are.
I don't know. Well,
Sorry. I always wonder about that, so it's one of those interesting
I mean,
things to see put out there. It's not fresh enough for a sequel. How much is too much?
I mean,
how much is
that's
enough?
that's a good discussion because there are several games in the past, but we'll save that for, I guess,
Yeah, I'll put that on my
show.
list of things we can talk about. I have that list still. Don't worry.
What are some of the best games that have done a true sequel? Risk of Rain, in my opinion, is the best game that has ever done a sequel.
I like Oaks.
By the way, I have
ideology
a
too.
friend of mine I got to introduce you to, Chicken, who absolutely loves Risk of Rain 2. And he was like,
Hallelujah.
greatest game ever created. You ever played it? And I was like, I got a friend I got to introduce you to that
Uh,
loves it.
So good. So good. Anyway.
Do you want to do the BioWare one, since that one's kind of adjacent to things falling apart?
We can. It's a short one.
Yeah.
Most of these last ones are short, so.
Oh, good.
BioWare, unfortunately, Anthem shutting down January 12th. The servers are being taken offline. It hurts.
Well, first of all, let's be real. Raise your hand if you thought this game was already shut down at some previous point. Because I think most of us probably thought that they'd already shut it down.
It's an online multiplayer game.
Yeah.
How do you think people have been playing it?
Honestly,
I
I
didn't know
didn't
people
think
were
people
playing it.
were. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
like-
I thought it was already all just like shut down.
Yeah, I
'cause,
thought
like,
they had
we
shuttered
stopped
it.
playing it. And
I'm part of the Anthem subreddit, and they are like, there are people that are still hardcore fans
Well,
of it because of how
apparently-
great the gameplay
Yeah, like
is.
according to some of the content or comments, some of the stuff that they put in, like season pass stuff and like little new features and things, were super amazing. But the last thing I remember hearing about it that was like the big news is that they were going to completely overhaul the game, and then that overhaul was canned, and it was just kind of like put on a shelf. So I just assumed, based on how EA has handled things in the past, that they had already axed it, because EA does not usually let things linger on live support for a while.
This right here, and this is just a tangentially similar topic, is the Stop Killing Games Act that they are trying, that they are
Yes.
right now getting a lot of support in Europe for, which I am so deeply advocating for. Oh my God. Stop killing games. I don't care if you want to support it or not or anymore.
Mhm.
Don't take away my ability to play it, especially after I bought it, licensed it.
I'm
Sorry.
so glad
I've
that we
heard
did
it-
not buy it.
I've heard an argument on the other side of this when it comes to the non-stopping the game part. The issue is, and I don't disagree with the fact that we need to stop killing games. Single player games specifically is what they're really pushing for. Is there should not be an online element to where you have to log into an online in order to be able to play
Yeah,
a single player
Ubisoft.
game ever.
Yeah, ever. Period.
But when it comes to the multiplayer games, a lot of your developers built into their system is how it contacts their server. And the issue is not all of them contact the same way. And you're talking about a game that they're going to have to shut down at some point. And now they're going to have to give somebody the information in order for somebody to be able to create a server to make it work.
All you
And
got to
so
do
there's-
is make it
there's-
so that all games can LAN host. Local host yourself.
Well, but again, you're asking them to
Peer-to-peer,
change
whatever.
how they created the game in the first place. So
Well, yeah, I know, but that's
and
right
it
now.
can-
Like all
and
the
it
old
can-
ones, yeah, can't do anything. But new games having to have that put in at the very start when you start making a game is something that they can put in at the ground.
but also I don't know what element, because I don't do the development myself. I don't know what element that's going to require and how it will change how they develop the game.
Thing is how they put it into single player games when it's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, that does
Again,
feel like something.
It seems like something that they could just be like, we don't need to put that into the single player game. You can put it into, a multiplayer game.
Yeah, but but the single player game is not a LAN issue.
That is true, but you have to be online. So being able to take that out, give an ability to be able to host yourself.
Yeah,
which to be fair, Steam has it so that you can play almost any multiplayer game via Steam, whatever the hell
Steam
it's called.
Share.
Yeah, Steam Share. So Steam has it. It's just the modern day Hamachi, which if you're old enough to remember how to do Hamachi.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, so it's just adding either for single player games, fine, you just take that out, then nothing changes. Just
it shouldn't.
Don't put
it
in.
should not be intrinsical to the code in a single player game that you have to have an internet connection that constantly checks in. That's
and I'm willing to debate the multiplayer side of things. It's not necessary. It is necessary.
Yeah,
whatever. But
the single player
games,
is the part that is stupid.
No, absolutely not.
But
if I buy a single player game, it should be mine.
I feel like,
but I do think you should be able to do a P2P on something like Anthem.
Yes.
Or Friday the 13th.
Well, and I think part of the problem too is especially with Anthem, and there's not a whole lot of one of the things Anthem did that was stupid was you have to be online all of the time. We want the world to feel alive. However, there is 2 places in the game that you can be at any point that have more than 4 players in an instance zone. 4 players is not enough, or is not so much that it would bog down a P2P server or something like that. So forcing them to always be on in my opinion, in the bullshit excuse of we want the world to feel alive, it's too much. It's too irritating. They failed a whole lot of things with that. That should have been just a co-op game. There is no reason that it needed to be a multiply, like an MMO style that always had to be connected to everything.
I would also like to hear from the people that build the multiplayer games like this, and you're building on a server. How much of my game, the one I'm playing, is on your server, and how much is it on my computer? Because that also changes the narrative on what you can and can't do, right?
That's true.
That's the good part of the argument right there. Is games like Anthem, when they are completely built server side, that means that we just buy access to the server to play our game. But if you imagine if they reversed that style of building, they built it fully client side and then used the servers to host the games.
But they don't want to build the client side because of all the hacker issues on PC. So they're just basically we're not doing that.
People? You just play with your 4 friends.
I'm on your side. It is 4 people. That game was not an MMO. That game should never have been done as a games as a service game. It was the dumbest fucking misstep that EA ever forced on BioWare. And you can tell that's what it was. EA said, we want a game as a service. BioWare goes, we write single player campaigns that sometimes people can co-op in. Are you sure about that? And they're like, yeah, fucking do it. Let's go. Money, money, money. No.
That game would have been fine as a client-sided game with a small multiplayer pool. Yeah, there's no problem with that. It's just like Left 4 Dead or anything else.
Me on that too is the fact that BioWare was willing to revamp this whole thing, go in with their
and
team.
EA said no and shut it.
Well, no, EA was even okay, we're on board to do that as well. And then they were and everybody fan groups were okay, we'll wait. We liked what we had so far. We'll do it. We have faith that BioWare will fix this problem. EA goes, oh, no. Now they have faith. Nope, not doing it.
Yeah. EA was definitely hard in their fuck around and find out phase at that point. So, I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. BioWare did okay. That game had great mechanics, and it had an okay story that, honestly, I think BioWare chopped stuff off of it in plans to put it in future seasons. It feels like that's what happened.
Potential
for
growth. It had
EA
potential for growth.
It up for them. And
can we also talk about the fact that this came out in 2019 and I felt like it was 2015 or 16?
No kidding. It feels like it was so long ago.
I mean, I know
to be fair, but then again, 2020 happened, and 2020 was probably 16 years. That was just 1 year. It was packaged and sold to us as one, but it wasn't. It was so many. It's been so long.
I looked at that and I was like, Wait, 2019? No, that can't be right.
I feel
That
like
is right.
anything that was in the recent, like between 2018 and 2021, I feel like it feels like it's been a lot longer. Even though
Yeah.
it hasn't. You can be like, well, the original Halo was 2000 and whatever. And that doesn't feel as long ago as something like Anthem. It's like, God, why does it feel like this? Maybe that's just because we're old. I don't know.
Whatever.
But that's going to get offline January 12th. So if you want to play it one last time, you've got till
Oh, I'll
January.
be playing it one last time.
If I had a service up and running that had the license on it for it, I probably would. The downside is you have to have 4 people. So you have
you
to either...
don't.
Yes, you do. So
It'll load you in with more people. Like when you get ready to go,
Yeah.
it'll load you in with a group of 4, and you're in that world with 4
And you know what
people.
really sucks is how long it took to load us into a world that didn't have anybody in it sometimes, because there would always be, there's probably hundreds of instances where there was one person that was playing the game, and for whatever reason it wouldn't load them in with the other one person. It was trying to find groups of 2 and 3, and then we were a group of 4 ready to play the fucking game, and it'd be like, you're in a load window forever because we can't find an empty one. Hang on. Everything about
think
that
that's
was
something they
so
would've
frustrating to me because
Yeah.
it was so fun. If it was not so fun, I would have been like, fuck it, take it offline, who cares? But it was so good.
Mechanics were so good. So good.
God, I just want my
the
javelin
best
back.
flying- The best flying system I have seen in video games. Oh, God. The weight. You felt the weight of the suit while you were flying.
I will never
Back with his
forgive
big
them.
bulky ones, every time he hits the ground, you just feel it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, God.
I'll never forgive them for
There is
treating
a
that game
single
that way.
player mode.
There is a single player mode?
How
Single
is
player
there a
mode.
single player
Anthem-
mode? It always
Oh,
forces you
hallelujah.
into the...
Anthem can be played as a single player game by selecting private expedition mode while launching expeditions.
Oh,
By
hallelujah.
default, your privacy is set to public, and other players may be match made with you. So yeah, it's still
Okay.
going to put you in
A single
the
player
deal.
mode.
But I guess that way
Because
you're
there were
not
certain
waiting
places
on the other
where
people.
it was like, you have to have 4 people to go here. So to progress your
Well,
story
it
along...
that might still be the case, but
Those were dungeons, Griff. Like, you had to have...
yeah, but you had to
have
go
a
to them.
group
It
to
was
do
for
dungeons.
progressing your story.
yeah, it says, however, some activities such as strongholds and certain in-game content may require a group of players.
Yep,
That's
there
what
you go.
Chicken's talking about. Yep.
So irritating. Fuck you, EA.
But if you just want to play around solo, you can go in and have a good time.
I
Private
just like
expedition.
making mine like outrageous like color patterns and shit.
I know.
That was
I
good
know.
stuff. That's good stuff.
I'm sad. I'm sad about that.
Yes.
BioWare is probably... I think that EA is going to let them develop the next Mass Effect and then murder them. Because I don't think that the next Mass Effect is going to be great. I think it's going to be...
Maybe Microsoft will buy them.
No, Microsoft's already
They'll
stopped
just lay off
buying.
1,500 people there.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people work
Microsoft's
at
in trouble
BioWare.
right now anyway with all the shit they're canceling.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
They're worth $3 trillion. They're not that much. Well, it is where they're laying people off though, which is sad. But everybody's laying people off right now.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we got to make sure that all these rich a-holes have more money.
I will put it like this: in that whole respect, there's no such thing as infinite growth.
Yeah.
Things will collapse eventually. Nothing grows forever and ever. You look in space, that thing that has been burning for billions of years will go out eventually. Does not matter. Things die, no matter what.
Might
we
not
may be
be in
long
our
gone
lifetime,
after.
but he might
Yeah.
be right.
Yeah, like we may be gone, but things do collapse. Nothing lasts forever. Every empire on this planet has collapsed eventually.
I'll be honest with you. I'm really just only worried about the things that affect me now because I'm here for them to actually affect
Well,
me.
I do wonder.
Hey, I'm the guy
if
that
Microsoft
boxes up my hype. Trust me, I'm
runs
very
out of
good
money
at being
eventually
focused on
in our lifetime.
single-minded. Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it'll get to the point
when
where
I say
people just can't
Microsoft,
afford
I
things.
mean specifically money they're allocating towards the gaming part of Microsoft. Microsoft, who is a software company and makes all of your, pre-installed shit on all of the computers and everything, will go on forever, or at least well past us. But will Microsoft Gaming last our lifetime?
mean,
Yes,
we don't want
because
to-
it's the main tool that gaming is like. Windows itself is the main thing that people
Things
game
are
on.
built off of. Yeah.
Yep.
So. All right. Moving on.
Yes.
Again, these topics are so
Divisive?
big. Not really divisive. I mean, we're pretty understanding on where we all land on these things. Like, I mean, that's the good thing about this is we kind of stay in the middle, but we can kind of show point our views, see every part.
I'm
of
going
it.
opposite of whatever the next subject matter is. Let's see what happens.
Okay, let's see you go opposite of this one.
Okay.
Valve provides clarification following reports it pulled the controversial Steam mod worldwide at the request of the South Korean government. Okay, first of all, they did not. They
I think they did,
did.
and they're lying.
Oh, you do?
He's being contrarian. Shut up.
Yeah, hey, that's fine. They did turn it off in South Korea. They basically eliminated the ability to download the mod in South Korea.
I think
let's
Valve
see.
should be able to break laws.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
pretty
everybody
sure
else
they-
is doing it at this point. Why not?
The Gwangju Running Man mod reportedly depicted the events of the 1980 Gwangju Uprising, in which student-led pro-democracy protests were violently suppressed by South Korean military, resulting in significant civilian casualties, in a way that distorted historical facts. The mod depicted the protesters as armed and violent, framing the military's response as justified, and that pissed off the South Korean government. They asked Valve to deny access to the mod in South Korea. So it broke laws because you can't lie about history, says the people who write the laws about what history was.
Yeah.
Which is what I put there. Okay. So they turned it off. I think they said they turned it off in March, right? May. I think it was May. Oh yeah, March. They turned it off in March, but only in South Korea. And then the mod was deleted from Steam in June by its original uploader, causing the worldwide disappearance. So, do you trust Valve in this one? Because I don't even know who made it. The guy probably just like, all right, dip it out and blame it on Valve. So, but they've gotten a lot of backlash from them destroying it or turning it off. Which, I mean, they rarely ever like step into things like this unless they're like forced to. They're
recently.
yeah, they've
Like,
done
there
a
were
couple of
things-
times. There's a specific game that I won't bring up, but there's a specific game that got a lot of backlash, and because it was horrible, and they came and took it off because it's one of those things that depicted violence and very bad things, and they were like, we're just gonna go ahead and remove this one because that's just not appropriate. So.
Well,
They
and in
do step
2018, they made a decision as well that with one of the games that you're talking about, they decided that they were pretty much going to allow anything as long as it wasn't illegal or straight up trolling.
Which this was, illegal in the area that they actually did disable it in, so, that's fine.
Right. And then the person decided that they were going to remove their own mod, but that was up to them as an individual. I'm assuming since they put this stuff in there to start with, the person was probably also Korean.
Or
Would be
maybe
my-
also trolling to an extent, because that's where we're at now.
Maybe, but I mean, that's like until this article, I had no idea that had happened because I'm not familiar with. I'm not taught.
We don't
South
do as
Korean
much Eastern history. Yes.
Yeah, like.
But I mean, just to clarify, like there is a law against changing the narrative on that bit of history. There's also laws across Europe about Holocaust denial. So just don't think that this is a South Korean specific. Oh no, look, nah. There are other places that have similar laws so that history does not become distorted. History is facts, not your fucking feelings, okay?
Well, but it's
Yeah,
also
and-
one of those where in both cases, so like I'm assuming if the person is a South Korean native and their person that created the mod, I'm assuming they took it off because they could probably be prosecuted against in their own country.
Yeah, you're
Because
probably
I know
right,
there
actually.
are parts of Germany that there are certain things there that if you put them, you are liable as a person,
Yes.
as a German.
I was actually
citizen.
going to say that too. In Germany, they are serious about Holocaust, and man, they will tear down your life.
Which good for them,
if you-
because
yeah,
fuck you
like-
if you thought that was fake.
And that's them too. Like that is them as a country owning up to their history and not afraid of it, which
Well, they won't
World
even
apart.
allow, like, there's versions like Call of Duty games that are based in World War II, the Indiana Jones movies, stuff like that. They're altered because the swastika is illegal there completely.
Yep.
So I think they use the Iron Cross instead, but they use a different symbol of some sort to still convey whatever it is that they're trying to get conveyed. But so they can still push the stuff out. But
Very serious.
which I also think is a little weird that the games are released, because a lot of times it's an American or a British soldier that you're playing as and fighting
I know,
against
right?
people that are German.
Well, to
Well,
be
whatever.
fair, playing a German person in one of those games might not be the right side
I know,
of
but it's
history.
still weird if you think about it, because then it's translated into German, so it's a person that's an American or a British speaking German shooting people that were German descent. I'm throwing that out there. It's a little weird, but we don't have to deal with it from our side. So I just thought about that. It just in my brain. It's a little odd.
It's interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting. But yeah, that's definitely a hell of a thing. But yeah, like Steam says they didn't do it, and Oak makes a great point too. If the person that made the mod was of South Korean descent, I totally understand why they got rid of it. Was like, oh hell no! If Valve is bowing to them, if they find out I'm the one that did it, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it. I understand. I doubt Valve did it, like removed it entirely. They're not really afraid of anything on their store, which is a good and a bad thing that we've talked about for like the, what is it, 12 years? When
Yeah,
did
it's
Steam
been a while.
Greenlight start?
I don't remember, but it's been a while, and there are definitely some things on the Steam store that I have a problem with Steam being like, yeah, whatever, you can do what you want. No, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't tell people they can do what they want. Maybe there should still be etiquette enforced in places.
It's a hell of it's a wild west out there, man.
I
Wild
totally
West
agree,
out
but
there.
if you've seen some of the stuff that's on
I have
there,
seen
you know,
a
it's like-
lot of it.
maybe whoever made this should be told no, because that's why we have some of the problems we do right now, is because everybody gets told they can do whatever they want and nobody can stop them because...
You want to know what I believe? I believe Valve keeps track of all of the people that buys those games and like secretly sends out hitmen that make those people disappear. They're like, okay,
I don't
like
think
these
they
kind of
disappear,
games,
people. Do
so
not
I'm
put that
gonna-
out there, but...
Man, they own one of the sea exploration companies. I guarantee you, they just go, oh yeah, down into the sea, gone forever. So you know,
Well, there's definitely
just saying.
some...
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway,
That can't be true, because if that was the case, the world might be in a slightly better place.
I'll just leave that one as you ain't wrong.
Yep.
You
I'm
ain't
not
wrong.
disagreeing with you. Let's what are some of the other news things that we need to talk about? Is there like one or two more?
The SAG-AFTRA video game strike is officially concluded.
Currently.
They've gotten a deal. Yeah, they've gotten a deal. So this time 95.04% in favor of the deal. So a vast majority. It doesn't say exactly what is in it.
So Troy Baker voted against it. Got it. Because he's the other 5%.
He just doesn't understand how things work sometimes, okay? Somebody needs to be a caretaker for that man, I feel like, because he doesn't understand how the real world is.
No, he does not. He's been wrapped up in his own little warm blanket for so long. This deal achieves important progress around AI protections. The progress is the name of the game. Let's see, what else did they do? Safeguard rails, content and disclosure requirements for AI digital replica use. So they have to be told and consent to being able to use AI replications of their performances. Protections for the workers themselves, enhanced health and safety measures, historic wage increases, things like that. Like it feels like they're kind of getting, I can guarantee you, deals don't ever get everything you want. They're getting enough of what they want to make this deal work.
What? I thought that when you made a deal, you got everything you wanted, and the other person didn't get anything. And that's the way deals are made.
That is not how it
That's
works.
what I've been taught.
Yeah, well, you've been taught wrong, boy. I will say, I saw on I think it was Reddit or something. But Sean Astin is running for the president of the SAG-AFTRA too.
Cool.
And if I got faith in anybody being decent to run something, it's Brother Man.
Sean is an amazing
I have
dude.
No doubt he is fantastic. Like, he much respect. Huge. He's a good dude, an actual decent person, and him being in that kind of power position, I feel like he could actually do good, like real good.
Full on dad mode now too. It's kind of funny.
Much respect. Like, I can't. There aren't a lot of people that I have a lot of respect for, and he is one of those that are just like. Not only is he a tremendously great actor, he's also a tremendously great person and a great father.
Never say die. Yet.
Yeah.
That's what he says. Yet.
Yet. But yeah, I just want to throw that in there because hopefully this will go through and maybe he'll get a start. Hopefully he gets elected. But yeah, so maybe it'll be done for good this time. Because I'm pretty sure we've seen this like 3 times since it started.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then 2 small things. Summer Games Done Quick. It ended this afternoon. I did not realize that there was a Blueprints speed run. I gotta check that out.
How do you even? Isn't that one procedurally generated?
Yeah, but there are some people that are crazy good.
Oh, okay then.
And wow, it's glitched. That's why it's a 5-minute glitched run.
Oh, okay, well then that's not the same.
You know that's how it's gonna work. They're gonna do a glitch version.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes, whatever. But they raised $2.4 million, exactly $2,436,614 for Doctors Without Borders. Hell yeah! I got to watch a little bit of it. The Sekiro run was absolutely god tier. Brother Man is the GOAT of Sekiro. Seriously, it's crazy. It's a really, really fun game to watch, especially speedrun because it's full rhythm based game.
Somebody did Balatro as well. I would have to.
Yes, I had no idea what the
fuck I was watching. Balatro, but I was like, now I kind of want to. Hey, that's got to be glitched too. It's got to be glitched.
No, they were just running it, man. Like being able to, when you do so many runs of that, you know how to look for what cards to get.
Well, yeah, you got to do your build. You got to do your build, but that's insane.
I had no idea what I was watching while he was doing that.
It's a fun game.
The Beat Saber run was crazy good. The amount of muscle, brain, hand memory was just a lot.
Muscle, brain, hand.
Yeah, like being able to respond your hands fast enough was just an incredible watch. There was a lot of great shows. I'm pretty sure on Reddit they had like a top 10 list of like things you had to watch. I think the Resident Evil Village run was really good too. And then there were a couple of other like best runs, fastest runs. There was a proposal too. So there was a lot of stuff it was a great event.
Like marriage proposal?
Speed run my marriage proposal. Will you? Yes, cool. Bring, go. Next year we speed run the wedding. Do you? Yeah. Yes. Do you? Yes. Kiss, we're here.
Well, twoo.
Nope, that's too slow. You got to get the speedrunner out there. You got to get a guy that does like the auctioneering.
Oh yeah, the auctioneer at the wedding. I do. I do.
Get an idea. I do.
Do you're an idea. Now I just want that. I want that.
I completely forgot it started last week until Sunday when it popped up, and I was like, "Oh, shit! It's on this week." Hell yeah!
The last 2 have been that way.
They've stuck
because
up
you forgot to say it the last time before it started, and then this time, like I just feel like it just popped up, and I'm like,
I feel like some of that though is because chickens have a lot of stuff going on, like. Especially like around this time of year, we're dealing with like summer is busy for us anyway, and all of the kid stuff on top of that, and like it's just been less time for him to keep track of it because he's keeping track of so many other. Okay,
this is 14 years too, by the way, 14 years of games done quick. So, and I'll go ahead and give everybody the reminder. Awesome Games. The AGDQ returns January 4th. Okay, people, January 4th. If you don't remember that, that's your fault.
Yeah, chicken.
Yeah, 6 months from now, it'll be in Pittsburgh.
You should go to Pittsburgh and go watch.
Yeah,
No.
they don't come to the South now
I can't really blame them in certain cases
because
but,
it used to be.
Atlanta's not a bad place to go.
Well, no, they used to be in Minneapolis, and then it used to be in Florida, and they would
Yeah,
have.
but
I think
there's
it was like
great
Tallahassee.
reasons to not go to Florida.
Yeah, it was like a bad break, or they did. Florida made some questionable choices, which made the
Florida is
ABQ
questionable,
thing.
like in general,
Hey,
as a state.
I'm still with the Bugs Bunny thing where they just saw it off and
So
let it
there's
become
literally
its
a
own.
meme of Bugs Bunny cutting Florida off.
Yeah, and like let it like it's been that bad for that many years. Yeah, just kind of cut it off and let it float out. It can be
Not
one of-
as
it can
prominent,
be
but
one of
there's
our
also
little-
the running joke in Red versus Blue with the freelancers. You ever hear what happened to Florida? No, man, you don't want that. Like, we do all along. Everybody's
That's
always
fine.
known Florida bad.
Florida's been a meme for years.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not very great. But yeah, it was a
Sorry
great
if you live in
event,
Florida.
fun stuff. Definitely, you can check out the runs and see all the different stuff. There's plenty of VODs to keep you occupied for a while. Lots of good games. But yeah, that was fun to watch.
And then the other one's also very you-centric. The last news thingy.
It is a very small article. They announced that there was going to be another Resident Evil game. It's called Resident Evil Survival Unit.
But it's not
And it's a free-to-play mobile game. It's kind of one of them cheap
throwaway games.
time sinks throwaway games. I'll probably try it just because it's Resident Evil, but it looks.
I wonder if they'll do like a lot of them have done nowadays and make it playable on PC too.
Maybe
A lot of them made it now to where you can just pull them up on a PC.
Yeah, I mean it's free to play. I'd play it on my PC for free. No, but yeah, it looks okay.
Looks like a game.
Yeah, it looks like a game.
Yeah.
Like your generic game.
It definitely looks like one of those things where, because Capcom does it a lot, where they're like, yeah, we're just gonna try something, and if it doesn't work out, we'll close it down in a few years. Who cares? Because they do
Pretty
that
much.
a lot with their multiplayer
Do they have any
stuff.
mobile games? Is this their first mobile game?
Oh, I'm sure they do.
No, Resident Evil 4 is a mobile game. That's right. You heard me right.
I know it's on there. Yes, I'm aware of that.
ported a
I
lot
can
of
play
their
it on my
games
phone if I
mobile.
wanted to. But what I'm asking is, do they have a legit mobile game?
I don't think so. I think this is like their first foray into like true mobile game. But it looks like a game. I mean, like I said, I'll try it. I don't. It's supposed to still come out sometime this year, but I don't think they have.
Like a
A
date. It
date
says
for
by
it,
the
yeah.
end of the year, so I imagine that, that means
Figure out
they
whatever
don't know, and they're gonna try to shove it out by December.
Figure out whatever slot that Subnautica 2 was supposed to be in.
Take that.
And just
Yeah.
throw
There's
Yeah.
an opening now on the schedule.
What if that's the way games were released?
You can release yours when there's a slot for you. Oh,
Yes.
look, somebody
You could definitely
canceled. Do you want to move up?
You could definitely tell this game isn't made by Capcom because it doesn't have
It doesn't have what?
a release date.
Oh,
Capcom announces games and then release dates.
okay, touche. I'll accept that.
So
It's kind of funny though.
I give you that.
Yeah.
For sure. Anything else?
that's all of the articles.
Yeah. What's everybody been playing now that we've ranted about other?
I get to go.
stuff?
I get to go first. I just get to tell the story about First Class Trouble.
Oh no!
Because it's so good. It's so good for the.
It's
for our
not me.
regular
It's not
listeners.
about me. I'm involved in it, but I am not the idiot here. Okay.
For our regular listeners, me and Baka had a great night too. There was a lot of distrust and a lot of steps we should have taken, but we held back just a little bit. But on this round, he made the mistake of not killing me. I was putting out fire and I saw him walking behind me, so I stopped and kind of moved to the side. We felt it too. Like he was like, I should probably push him into, whatever. But on the first round of that one, because everybody was distracted, I went ahead and grabbed the syringe off of the first level, and it was me and Kat. And first of all, if I'm it, we're not making it past. I'm not making it past the second round. Either I'm winning or I'm dying. One or the other. And hopefully people remember that.
Hey,
next
I
time,
appreciate
okay?
your honesty in telling me that it was you. I knew it was in the
Yeah.
beginning, and I just let you do it anyway. We made a
Yeah.
deal at the very beginning. I was like, "Is it you?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Okay, just kill me first, then."
Yep, I was like, and I found the perfect opportunity to kill her too. I went to the kitchen and Baka was following me, and I happened to see Griff in the kitchen too. I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity. I can't waste my syringe on killing her because then
did
I won't
say
have a
she'd
way
go
to deal with
first.
Baka. But I did say I'd kill her first. So I was like, hey, Griff, come into the freezer. So I opened it up, and she walked in. Baka came around the corner to watch, and I was like, oh, perfect. And I let go, and she got stuck in the freezer, and I turned around and ran right to Baka and syringed him. And he's like, no! And I was like, perfect. Then 2 down, out. I
I should have
told
fucking
Kat,
shoved you in the fucking fire.
you should have. Oh. And then
I was like,
Kat,
no, he wasn't on that list. I'll go ahead and give him a chance. No.
yeah. Me and Baka survived one of the rounds, just me and him. And the ironic part of that round is at the beginning, we were partners. I was like, man, something tells me both of us are not making it out of this one. Ironically, only me and him made it out of that one.
Well, okay. I had the worst night in that game. I was the Personoid twice. And the first time, my partner was Virtue, who spent the entire round going, I don't know how to play this game. How do you grab people? How do you push people? So I couldn't do anything about it because he couldn't function. And then my second round as the bad guy, it was literally, okay, the first round, usually nothing happens. It is a small little, everybody's, in pairs. You come out of your room in pairs, you open a second door, and then you go out and get the key cards. And the only reason for that first room really is so that you can get the first passenger log to see who might be personoids.
And get the note, get the fire extinguisher, kind of get your supplies.
It's just a setup thing. Nothing ever happens in that round. Chicken and I are in our room, and I'm a bad guy, and Chicken's not, and he doesn't know that I'm a bad guy. And we're putting in the little thingy, and all of a sudden we get the notification that somebody has sabotaged the oxygen. And I
run out immediately.
Only the bad guys can do that, by the way. So just if you never played it, only the bad guys can do that. I was like, are you kidding me? My idiot partner Red has already done a dumb thing. He has already done a dumb thing, and I hope nobody was looking at him. Baka's like, it's Red. I saw him do the thing. I was like, God damn.
I didn't know. I didn't see him. I left the room because I was like, I'm gonna go get the fire extinguisher because that's the item everyone always fights over.
Me and Baka always fight over it. Nobody else fights over it.
So I'm gonna go get it. No, nobody else was out of their rooms, and the sabotage thing went off, and I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I went running back into the room. Red went running past me. I went running back into the room. The area me and Red started out at, and I'm like, that's been sabotaged. It's fucking Red.
They killed him in the first. Nobody ever dies in the first round. They killed him in the first round, so I was partnerless the whole time. And then I think I was on the note twice, and Chicken's like, well, just to be safe. No, wait. Is that the one that you guys let me live? Yeah, they let me get all the way to the third round and take the escape pod to just dip out. Because
yeah. I was like, that's
everybody
tragic.
else lived. There was literally nothing I could do. I was like...
the last note said Red and Griff are on the same team, and I was like...
I was already at the little escape pods putting in the thing.
Yeah, so I was like, just let her go. Just let her go.
What was I gonna do? He got murdered in the first round. We didn't even have a chance.
But to finish my story,
idiot.
After I killed those two solo, I told Kat to grab the syringe, and I got the others because there's always 2 syringes that spawn on the second map. And since I already killed 2, and I got the syringe from the first map, she gets it, I get the other one. And then, like, we're standing here kind of, like, hanging out, and we see Red and Virtue kind of doing the little electricity thing, and they let each other in, and we're just kind of like, huh, okay, we'll follow them into the next room and then kill them. So she opens up the electricity, goes to the other side, and I open it up. We just kind of walk in, and they're just like, oh, hey, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, all right, Kat, you get that one, and I'll deal with this one. So she grabs him, and I grab Red, and it's like, all right, guys, that's GG, have fun. And instant, like, they died. Everybody was just wiped out that quickly.
That was the night of Red just making bad decisions. Because there was that other time where it was, I think it was you and Kat again at some other point. And he was like, I want to go in there and get the boots. I think there's a key card in the little space airlock thingy. And I was like, no, there's
Oh.
always a duplicate of any key card that's in the airlock. Never go in the airlock. It is just a waste of your time. And he's over there debating it. And I know it, I can't remember who it was. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's at least one of these people that is standing here with us. He is going to die for this. He is wasting time. We need to get away from them. And then he gets murdered. And I was like,
Okay, that one was absolutely brilliant. He got the achievement for this one because I ran off to the side, like around the back, because I wanted to get this orange way in the back. And Baka followed me as usual. And he starts, I hear him doing the little thing, so I know he's not following me. Perfect. So I grabbed the syringe, and I come back, and I know his ass knew he was dead too, because I walked up to him and just syringed him right there. Virtue's doing his little thing, wandering around. He's like, open up this door with me. Open up this door with me. And so I open up a door, and he goes in by himself. I'm like, perfect. Just let him be alone. Let him
be
go
off
away.
like doing whatever.
And I come to the other side, and I see Kat opening up the space thing for Red, and I was like, oh, go. Let him go. And she lets him back out. I was like, I should have pushed her ass, let him die. So I was like, all right, whatever. And the moment I see him pull the scanner out and he starts scanning her, I was like, oh, shit. So
Yeah.
I instantly grab the syringe that's right next to me, and I grab it, and he's like, oh, Cat's it. Oh, God, Cat's it. And as soon as he says it, I kill him. He's like, oh, no, Chicken's it too.
In the meantime, I'm in the, like literally one room over going, leave it alone. We'll do it later. Don't go out there and don't, like, I'm yelling at him. And I walk into the doorway to see his, like, them grabbing him, and he just drops. And I was like, I told you. And then immediately got murdered.
No, you didn't get murdered. You chased Cat, or you and Virtue were trying to kill Cat, and I pushed you. And
Oh, yeah, and then
saved
you
her.
ran off, and then we ran out of oxygen.
and
That's
Cat's
what it
like,
was.
Cat was trying to stop them. I was like, just run. There's nothing we can do. Just keep them occupied
And
while
he
I
couldn't
suffocate
grab her.
them.
That's what it was. We weren't the bad guys. We were the last two good guys. And Virtue
Yeah.
couldn't figure out how to grab her. And
Just
I was
hold
like,
F or hold G on his button layout, but whatever.
I was like,
It wasn't. It was.
seriously?
He was making it too complicated. But yeah, I was like, thank goodness he kept her occupied, or they kept her occupied.
I was so
long enough.
mad. I was so mad.
Yeah.
Like I said, that is probably the worst night of First Class Trouble I have ever played. Ah, it was terrible.
Oh, that was some fun stuff though.
was
That was
terrible.
some fun stuff.
I hated it. Thanks, I hated it.
It was fun. It was,
Oh, things that I hate, because, you know, apparently I can't like things. Marvel Rivals just released its new season, and they introduced a new character, and she has a team up with Wolverine that makes that little motherfucker unkillable. Like, fuck that guy. Oh my god, if you know how to play Wolverine even just a little bit, like, you're gonna destroy the entire other team. I'm
it
so
requires a
mad
lot of
about it.
coordination to play against him, because we had the first game where we just absolutely shredded him every time he ran into our team. We turn and kill him instantly.
But he'd usually kill at least one person beforehand.
Yeah, but once we dropped him,
trades.
once we dropped him, we were mopping up the rest of the team.
Wow.
Yeah, because they usually would push too hard to try to help him, but it's one of those things where if you look at it as a 5-5, one person jumps in, the rest of the 5 or 6v6, the rest of them will push in to help you. But as long as you collapse and then slam back into them, you can win the fight. But it's all about like coordination. As we lost people, it became harder to coordinate pulling in, because then you'd have people that are just like, oh yeah. Okay, protect him. You have to stop Wolverine now. He's not somebody you can just ignore.
It's awful. I hate it.
He's
I'd
definitely
still
powerful.
rather have a fucking beefed up Wolverine, though, than I would playing against a good Black Panther. Because that guy just deletes your supports, and there's literally nothing you can do about
Oh yeah,
it.
he's hard to play against.
Yes.
He's so slippery.
Yeah. People are like, well, just lock him down. It's like, have you tried to, like, just hold Jell-O in your hands? Like, squeeze it? Have you? That's pretty much what it's like. Like, it's not exactly as simple as what you're making it sound like, alright? But the new champion is, what's her name? Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Or Jean Grey, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jean Grey.
However you want to
She's okay.
call it.
Her power up with Wolverine is like the strongest thing in her kit. I feel like her ult's big. It's got a big splash AoE and everything, and she's not a bad character. I feel like she's probably one of the more balanced on release characters. But her team up with Wolverine makes it broken as fuck. So
My daughter's
Yeah,
been
I mean-
playing her, but she didn't. To my knowledge, there wasn't Wolverine on her team, but she was enjoying playing her. So
yeah, she's a balanced like DPS character. I feel like she's not broken or anything, but that team up with Wolverine is broken.
it is weird to see my daughter playing DPS though, because
Mm.
normally she's the support.
Well, you always find one or two. I mean, I'm usually a tank, but I have like 2 supports that I really like playing and a couple of DPS that I enjoy playing. Iron Man, thank you. I didn't think I'd like him because I usually don't like 3D space movement, but with the flying and all, but he's fun. I like him. He blows people up, and he's a smarmy
You
douchebag.
just
So.
set up far away and just.
That is exactly what I do. I know one of his stronger things is his chest beam, but if I get close, I'm gonna die. So, because I'm an idiot, so I just play him the easy way, straight up poke from the back. That's it.
That's the ideal way.
I realized what I said. I don't like it. Anyway, but yeah, that's most of what I've been doing. Which at least I sort of like it. And I didn't yell at anybody when we played yesterday. I'm pretty sure. I didn't. I don't think I did. I didn't yell at you, did I? Bob?
You're talking about your own team,
I
right?
know. But at this point, I've learned just to tune out your yelling.
I didn't
So
yell at anybody yesterday. I'm proud of myself. Yay, gold star. That's hard. That's rare.
I like you give yourself a gold star for things you should be doing anyway.
It takes a lot of effort for me, so gold star. You gotta take your wins where you can get them. Anybody else been playing stuff?
I've just been playing the Switch too.
I know we're all kind of busy.
I've been playing Marvel Spider-Man here and there.
I saw you load it up the other day. Didn't you have to fix a crashing issue with that? Did you fix it?
Yeah, like it kept crashing constantly, and like so, yeah, I finally fixed it where it fucking stops doing that shit.
Yeah.
I had to basically go and reinstall all my BIOS settings and stuff.
That's fine.
So, yeah. That was like the last resort to get it to fucking stop it, because like the little side extra little things that pop up of like the thugs or criminals or whatever causing chaos around the city, like stealing a car more specifically, where you have to do the chase and stop the car. Every time I would try to do one of those, it would crash. And then
that specific mission, it would do that.
That specific one, it always crashed. And then other than that, like while I was just trying to play, it would just crash randomly for other things.
Ugh.
But really it was always on the car. Yeah. So, but it's fixed, and now I'm going around for the main mission area, or the main story. I'm going around doing all the extra side stuff that I couldn't finish up before.
Yay!
Because I finished the main story, and then I'm going to go finish working on the other 3 additional, like, I guess they were DLC stories that they did. I finished the heist with the Black Cat. Then I've got 2 more to go.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad you fixed it. I mean, I'm sad that it took so much effort, but I'm glad you fixed it.
It also fixed my fucking RoboCop game too. So because I also I had to uninstall and reinstall it again too. But yeah, it's not doing the weird like memory crash shit, and
so
apparently there was something going on with
the
well, on my motherboard processor, apparently there was an issue with one of the updates with the BIOS that was causing it to.
Updates will get you every time, man.
Yeah, which is why I try to avoid updates.
It'd be the problem that mine was, which is that 14th gen is had all the issues when it came to the it was short out, and then they created a BIOS fix, but I still have issues. I just have a different issue.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
It's like I'll be playing certain games it'll be like, and it's only Unreal Engine games, by the way, that it has a problem with. Unity games, no issue. Unreal, problem every time.
God, so unreal.
Wow. If I'd said that, you'd go, I hate you.
I was just waiting for somebody to say they
I'm
hate me.
assuming yours is an Intel. Is yours an Intel processor?
Yeah, it is.
That's why I started looking into. I'm starting to look into AMD, and I'm like, maybe the next time I upgrade, I'm gonna try AMD and see how that goes.
I know that like a few of my friends that have done AMD, they have similar issues. It's just you're going to run into a
Random.
problem one direction either way. So
Yeah, no piece of technology is perfect. It might work. This generation may work a little better than the last one, but I guarantee the next one, the problems will flop. You'll always run into a problem trying to avoid problems.
And see, the problem I have right now with my main gaming PC is I've got that 14th gen on it. If I wanted to upgrade, I have to change out the entire motherboard that's also brand new. Because when they created the Ultra series, whatever the next series was, it was supposed to be the 15th gen. It has an entire different set, like pin set in it. So it's like there's nothing compatible. So I was like,
fun.
Oh, awesome. Appreciate that, Intel.
Yep. Buy this the way we tell you to, or else. Thanks.
Exactly.
Anything else?
Yep.
Cool. Let's get out of
We
here.
good?
Right.
We do appreciate everybody that hangs out with us every other week on Infinite Respawn. Make sure that you hit that sub button as well as that little bell down at the bottom so you get that notification when this goes live. For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Griff.
I'm Chicken.
Bucket.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.